Hey y'all! Let's learn how to use Zoom as a grant panelist. Your grant manager has probably sent you information to join a Zoom meeting. If you have Zoom on your computer already, go ahead and launch it. From here, I can log in if I want, but I don't have to, or I can join a meeting using the meeting ID that was sent to me. If I don't have Zoom on my computer already, no worries, just click that link and Zoom will download, install itself, and put me into the meeting that I was intending to go to. Now my grant manager has actually set up a waiting room, which means they're screening who is coming into this meeting. So I have to wait for them to manually admit me into this meeting once they see that I've joined. Now that I'm in, I need to join audio. I have two options of joining audio, either by phone with this information here, or by computer audio. I'm going to show you how to join with computer audio first, and then I'll show you how to switch to phone audio, which is what you'll want to do if you lose internet connection or have other technical problems. Now that I'm in, at the bottom left, I can see that this microphone has input coming in, my voice into the meeting. I can click the microphone button to mute and unmute. This is important. You should stay on mute unless you are actually speaking. No matter how quiet you believe you're being, there's always background noise in a meeting. I also should start my video. Having your video on really helps discussion stay personal, stay engaged, and see the nonverbal communication that's happening. I can also click this chat button at the bottom if I want to send a message to the entire group, or maybe even just select someone in particular to communicate with. I should also play around with the way I want my meeting to be set up and lay out. I can play around with this at any time, and you should really pick what works best for you depending on how you're supposed to be using your meeting. So you'll notice that the host has just shared a document with me, and this automatically changed my layout view into full screen. And I can continue to play around with how this looks for me. But if I need to be looking at something like, say, another web page that has my applications and reviews on them, the way to get back to that is to click the escape button on your computer keyboard to exit full screen mode. And from there, I can navigate to whatever I need to. This is really helpful. You should play around with ways that you want to resize your window and see what you need to see at any time. I don't have to have Zoom right in front of me in order for it to continue running in the background. So do whatever you need to. If you don't even want to be looking at Zoom, you don't have to. You can just use one window at any given time. If, for any reason, my computer audio disconnects or if I lose internet, I'm going to want to dial in by phone. But you should know that you should not be connected by phone and by computer audio at the same time. You'll get wicked feedback. So before joining by phone, I'm going to come over here to this caret menu next to the microphone icon and leave computer audio. Now I've got the option to join audio again. And I'm going to flip over to the phone call option. You can use any one of these phone numbers. Some may work better than others. Just give it a shot. I'm going to use the one that I know that my grant manager has sent me.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound. Enter your participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise, just press pound to continue.
I don't know what my participant ID is. That's okay. Press pound.
You are in the meeting now. There are 2 participants in the meeting. You have been put on hold by the host. You cannot listen or talk until the host releases the hold.
Remember the waiting room? Same situation happening here. I have to wait for the host to manually let me in the meeting. Now you can see that this has added another user into the meeting because it's my phone. If I want the computer Zoom to know that I, on my phone, and the same as this video happening here, that's when I use my participant ID. So I can, if I want to, now that my participant ID has popped up on screen, enter that in this keypad, and it has combined it into the same user. From here, I can mute and unmute from my phone or here on the Zoom interface. Now you're a pro and using Zoom as a grant panelist. You're going to do an excellent job. Remember, stay calm. Things will get a little bit confusing at times. We're all in this together. Keep a good sense of humor about you. And thank you once again for being a grant panelist and all your comments and thoughts for these applicants.